Deep down, we all want close relationships where we can feel so cozy in the relationship that we don't have to perform. Let's take a look at how the monkey mind can prevent us from experiencing those kind of connections and also can create fear around creating those kind of connections. If we spend a little bit of time reflecting on how much this is an important part of life, that we search happiness in so many different ways, but yet when we're actually feeling really close to someone, when we're struggling and a friend says to us, "Oh, you look like you're struggling," and we don't feel like we have to say, "Oh, I'm fine." That kind of connection where we can be honest, we can be open, we can share and say exactly what is happening. And it's different than the kind of connection where the person starts giving advice. We want those kind of relationships where we feel like we can be ourselves. And those kinds of relationship, we have to be able to feel safe, to be ourselves and to be able to be completely honest about what is happening. And for most of us, there are not that many close relationships like this. Let's take a look at what has been in the way of creating those kind of relationships. If we look back to what was modeled for us in terms of belonging, in terms of being close to the people around us, how were our parents connecting themselves? What were they doing? And how were they treating us? How was the relationship there? I remember as a teenager where my mother would oftentimes lose her temper. And my friend used to call her the hurricane. And what did I learn about connection? This was the person that I'm supposed to attach to, the person that I'm supposed to feel safe with. But yet, even though she loved me dearly, every time she had one of those episodes, my nervous system went into a complete state of panic. And the monkey mind started forming this belief. Oh, you better watch out because you don't know. It's unexpected. She's probably going to blow a gasket any moment. And how do I learn to belong? I learn by thinking that there's gonna be somebody blowing a gasket and I have to anticipate that. And that's the way I belong in the world. And it's associated with I've done something. I've done something to create that. And my monkey mind develops this strategy to stay in this state of anxiety. And that's my way of belonging in the world. Let's take a look at another example. I have a close friend who, the way she was raised was her mother, every time she came to speak or said something, her mother would give her sort of a look. And it was silent. There wasn't much communicated, but the look said, "You are to be seen but not heard." And what does her monkey mind develop? She develops this sense of, oh, I better be careful. I can't just say what I think. I can't just speak my mind because that's dangerous. The way to belong in the world is to be seen but not heard. Now, many of us take a minute to reflect on what happened to you. Maybe one of the things that happened to you is being raised in a family that was actually believing in you. And maybe you were raised in such a way that even your mother and your father says, "We know you can do this. You can do anything." And even that kind of approach can appear to be, oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's a positive thing. And if you look at how your nervous system perhaps received this, is there is no other choice. Yes, it's great to be able to succeed at something, but then there's a sense of an expectation that is set that you actually have to succeed. This is who you are. And in order to belong in the world, you have to be this success and this person who succeeds. And if you have some failures along the way, then it becomes really challenging to be yourself in those moments because you're driven to succeed. There is this constant pressure that we live under. In order to belong, we have to be this stressful way of being. The monkey mind is actually telling us in advance what will make us belong or not. How do I belong if I'm anticipating that somebody will say something that will show me that I'm not okay on some level? Or how do I belong if I'm expecting someone to tell me to be quiet and that what I'm saying is not okay? How do I belong if I believe that the only way to be with you is to show you that I'm really good at what I do? There isn't room in this monkey mind for us to actually just be ourselves. Think about how we crave this kind of connection with our partners. How many of us spend our times with our partner mostly talking about what needs to be done around the household, paying the bills, taking care of business, and it's like we're focused in that way and we have many interactions that way. But how many of us have our close relationship with our partner where we say, hey, can we check in? And just being able to sit down and have a connection and feel safe enough to say, hey, this is how I'm feeling. This is what's happening for me. And that it doesn't go into the person receiving it as blame or the other person feeling responsible for fixing the problem that the partner is going into, but just being present, being aware, oh, yes, I'm interested in what you're going through. And just me being listening to you right now, that's enough. We all crave this type of belonging, and yet this monkey mind keeps getting in the way. Because as long as we follow what we've been conditioned to believe, that somehow it's not safe to just let our guard down and just let all of that story about ourselves and how we should be in order to belong, to let it go. Think of it this way. Connection is a little bit like sitting with your dog, where you just feel the connection with your dog. And there is no expectation. There is no crazy thoughts that says, oh my gosh, what if they don't like me? Or what if I did something wrong? There's just connection, just yourself. And this is what we crave, and this is what we want most in our lives, is those kind of relationships. Here's my invitation. The next time you sense that there's some friction inside of you on some level, just take a look at the story that's behind your level of safety to share what's really going on for you. Just take a look at how you were conditioned to think and find that story and recognize it for what it is. It's just a story. And be brave and be willing to take a risk with someone that you feel close to and tell the truth and just share what is really happening for you. This is the kind of connection that helps us feel so blessed and so grateful. Thank you for spending this time with me. This podcast is meant to be more than just information. If there's one thing I've learned over the years is that we are wired for connection. And if we are to learn the skills of living beyond this monkey mind that can be so overwhelming, it's best to do it together. And for that purpose, we've created groups. We call them pods, and we name them Aviv La Vie, which means live life to the fullest. Come and join us.